you say it's almost better to lose at the beginning of the season. No coach ever wants to lose.
Of course not.
And because
ever.
their mentality is, I've been around them.
Yeah.
If they lose one game, they'll think,
I might lose the next.
we'll never win a game this year.
Right,
I mean,
I know,
every
you're
game
right.
is a struggle.
Yes,
it's hard to
true.
win a game.
But I think it's easier to sort of come back from that than it is to put that up there and think, we're just going to win every single game and that's it, and then put that stress on yourself.
Well,
you
it's
know?
like the ratings. If you lose early in the season, you're better off than if you lose late in the season.
Right.
And the same could be said in pro football too.
That's
but you
very
never
true.
know. If you lose early in the season, that might be the game that costs you.
You're right.
That,
Especially if it's a divisional game
That's
or an
right.
important
Look
game.
at Tampa or New England. If they would have won a game early in the year,
That's true.
if the game they lost at the end of the year wouldn't have counted, they would have been in the playoffs.
That's why we watch the game.
So you got to
man.
win every game, you know.
Well, it's going to be exciting for the players in Arizona that have never been, but they've got Kurt Warner there to kind of guide them a little bit, and the same for the Steelers. I mean, they're a great organization, a great team, and you have to be happy for the Rooney family because they're a class act. So
They are.
They really are.
And I think it's going to be a high-scoring game.
Ooh, interesting.
I think Arizona's going to score points, and I think Pittsburgh's going to score
Well,
points.
Pittsburgh's going to have to score points if Arizona starts
High
doing
scoring,
it.
I mean like maybe 35-22 or something like that.
Wow,
I don't think it'll be 7-0.
that's a good bet
Yeah.
there.
Well, it's hard to stop Arizona.
It is hard to stop Arizona.
Pittsburgh has a good team, and if they want to win the game, they're going to have to score more points than Arizona.
They're
So
going to have to find ways to do it.
it's
That's
going to be
for
on a
sure.
neutral field, so it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be at a nice area and all, so it'll be great. Okay, Super Bowl snack foods. The number one, of course, is guacamole. We're going to go to Liz's kitchen, and she's going to whip some up for us. Don't go away. Well, we are now in Liz's kitchen, and we are ready for your world-famous guacamole. Actually, Dawn's world-famous guacamole, but first, Liz is going to show me how to make a bean dip that is so easy, even I can do it.
You can do it. I just want to say happy Super Bowl Sunday,
Happy
fans
Super Bowl.
out there. Even though I could be happier if my Patriots win.
And if my Cowboys
Or your
and-
Cowboys.
And by the way, the reason that we're wearing a Raiders shirt is because of all our loyal Raider fans right here in Los Angeles, and because Liz didn't have a Patriots shirt, I asked her to wear my Cowboys.
And I would
so
do anything for her.
there's the way it goes. So
She's a Cowboy fan.
Okay,
But
Liz. Now,
really, I mean, what is the most Super Bowl snack you can have?
the most Super Bowl snack for sure is guacamole.
Guacamole, number one.
Number
dip.
one, over 16 million guacamole avocados are going to be sold this year. Can you believe that?
Yeah, look at these beautiful
Crazy.
babies. And I want
They
to
look
say
great.
that there's so many different ways that you can make dip. You can make your own guacamole, but you want to have the Guac Hall of Fame guacamole.
Yes, the
You
Hall
got to
of
have
Fame.
my husband's
gonna
Don.
be the
He's going to
best.
join us a little bit. He's prepping right now. He's slicing
Yes.
some tomatoes, some
Getting ready.
avocado. Really, you want fresh, good ingredients.
Yes.
And if you can get avocados from California, which I did,
Best.
Awesome.
Best ever. Okay,
But
Liz, now you got everything
as a
laid out
bonus
here.
recipe,
Yes.
my family always has Super Bowl Sunday. Well, they have chili, we have guac, but we also have Mexican layer dip.
Now, I've never done this before.
So I'm going to have Maria make it because I know she's a woman of many
Oh
talents.
yeah, usually with sugar involved,
All right.
but we'll see what
First
happens
thing,
here.
The thing is, you've probably heard it called 7-layer dip. The 7 ingredients are, we need a
This is just
drum
Liz
roll.
layer dip. So
We got cream cheese. And
I
I
put
always
that
like
in first,
I
right?
like to use light cream cheese. We're kind of not that once we get the chips in it, we're watching it, but.
Okay.
And so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a 1 8-ounce package of light cream cheese and you smear it around in an oven-proof baking dish. You can use a glass dish. Now, this dip you're about to make, if you have 6, 8 friends over for Super Bowl Sunday, and you're having other things, it's plenty. But often, you might want to double it up.
This is kind of the tough
All right,
part, actually, right?
She's already challenged. We're right
Hang
here.
on, let me
She's
just-
at the
let me work with
50-yard
the
line right now.
yeah, and
getting it
it's
across
fourth
the plate.
down and like 5 yards to go, right? Okay, let's
So
see.
here we go. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with the cream cheese. That's the first layer. Put it on the
Smear it
bottom.
around.
Also, I want to mention that 350. Put your oven at 350. This is going
ahead
to
of
take
time.
about 30 minutes to make. I've already warmed it up
Okay.
because we're going to have to test it out.
Yes.
As a sneak preview to Super Bowl Sunday.
Okay.
Now, have you decided where you're watching the Super Bowl?
I actually think I'm going to get together with some friends, and we're just going to go out to a local place, and we're just going to hang out and watch it this year. So it's going to be fun, and we're rooting for Arizona because, I love Kurt Warner, and the Steelers have won it enough. So it's time for somebody new.
Right. They've won 5 Super Bowl championships?
5 championships.
Unbelievable.
And the only team that ever beat them one time in the Super Bowl,
I'm wearing the shirt.
the Dallas Cowboys.
Cowboys. I was going to
Liz.
guess Patriots because they have been in 6 Super Bowls.
Yeah, they're done
My
now.
team.
We're,
My
we're
boss's
done
team.
with the Patriots now.
All right.
Okay, so
and
now
moving on, she's got the first layer.
smeared
She's at
this around.
She's we're gonna move 10 more yards ahead and
Okay.
add the next layer,
Okay.
which is refried beans.
Okay.
Some people like fat-free, vegetarian. I like to get the ones with the chili These happen to be chili lime.
No
it
fat.
doesn't matter.
This is
No
already
fat.
looks low fat, Liz.
This is actually low fat because you're right. Good observation.
Okay.
But you know, nobody counts calories on Super Bowl
That's
Sunday.
right.
The
You're
only thing
supposed to eat and enjoy.
The only thing they're counting is the score, and I hate to tell you, I think Pittsburgh's going to win by 14. Your team?
By 14.
That's what I'm calling.
Woo! Boy,
right, let's
that's
see what
really
happens.
that's a prediction, boy. I'll tell you what.
Well, you know,
My brother would agree with you, but
and it was my brother who I happened to pick up and call in Boston, who does play-by-play for the local Manchester Hornets, my high school football team, which this year were Super Bowl champions. Thank you very much.
wow.
But he said that he feels that Pittsburgh is going to pull it off because he thinks Arizona's quarterback is just at 37. He thinks that the Pittsburgh defense is going to get him, buddy.
Let me tell you something. Both quarterbacks have won a Super Bowl, Kurt Warner and Ben Roethlisberger. Ben's a little younger than Kurt, but you know Kurt has experience. So I guess we're just going to have to wait and see what happens on Super Sunday.
But wouldn't you say, I mean, obviously we know you are a big-time Cowboys fan and Raiders. I love the Patriots.
Yep.
That unless it's your team, when it's all said and done, when people sit down on Sunday, we all just sort of, it's about football and having fun.
It is, but it's also, I think it's also about maybe certain allegiances that you might have to certain teams and so forth. So, like, I wouldn't root for anybody that plays in the Cowboys division just because that would be wrong. And the Raiders division, no Raider fans would vote for the Chargers or root for the Chargers ever. So you have to kind of watch it a little bit. I don't think your Patriot fans or your brother and sister would root for the Jets or the Giants or anybody like that. So
yeah, they still haven't gotten over the fact that they had an 11-5 record, and it was like the
And
first
they
time in
didn't make
what
it.
20 years they didn't make it.
Yeah, well.
Listen, let's
Okay,
move along.
we're moving along now because
it's going to be halftime by the time it comes out of the oven.
Okay.
So we've got the cream cheese.
And I've got the bean
1/8,
dip.
and we've got the can of beans. Now the next layer is diced chilies. You can put those on there, real lickety split. This actually is quite quick to make.
This is really kind of cool.
And yeah, you just spread it around onto the next layer.
Okay.
And then finally, after that,
these were well drained, right? All
yeah,
of
I already
these?
drained.
Okay,
I drained the chilies,
so
move
these are all
those out of the
drained.
way. And I did a lot of the prep work before, but literally,
Are these spicy chilies, Liz?
That is a mild.
Mild, okay. just so
I
people know.
prefer, because I think especially if you've got families and kids running around, you know, they are.
Don't want it to be too hot.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. The next layer is, it's optional, but we're going to throw them on there. You can get a sliced can of California olives.
Love olives.
Throw those in there.
Okay.
Layer it up. Again, when I make it, I have to admit, my kids are not big fans of the olives, but I think they're just
Love black olives.
they're good. So spread those around. Actually, you kind of just have fun with it. And there's no really method to the madness. When you smear it all in there, you just have fun.
Yeah.
Now this is what makes it really exciting.
The cheese.
A pound of cheese.
Oh my! Now what kind of cheese is
back.
this?
This is a mix, and that's why I love these bagged mixes. It just makes life so
good.
easy. Shredded cheddar and shredded jack.
Okay.
But you know what you see you see when you go into the dairy section, they have like Mexican cheese.
Yeah, you can get mozzarella, whatever
Of course,
you like.
you can shred
right?
your own, but
Okay.
you want to have a pound of cheese.
All right.
So you're gonna
a full pound of
all
cheese.
around, put that on there, and
And the calories are coming right.
so this is layer
here.
number 5. Here's layer
Okay.
5 for the 7-layer dip.
All right.
And
are we sure
we're
this
moving in for the touchdown.
Woo,
Almost
this
there.
is a lot of
Beautiful
cheese.
job.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
I know.
right.
That's of course what makes it.
Wow.
Those
okay.
chips taste so good.
Digging in the cheese. Okay.
And then
now
next, we're going to throw on some fresh. I use Roma tomatoes.
Love
You know, I
those.
think a lot of the recipes,
So
which
pretty.
you'll see when my husband comes out with his guac, calls for Roma tomatoes. You can go heavier on their tomatoes. This recipe, I followed it to the T.
A little Italiano, right?
2 chopped tomatoes.
Okay.
We'll
And
smear
my
that
hands are
around.
clean, so we're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then finally, you can top it definitely with a bunch of chopped scallion. I've chopped those up.
Okay.
And
Spread them on.
I love cilantro. So I have this like
Always
3
great.
tablespoons, quarter cup of chopped cilantro. Again, if you're not a cilantro fan, just put it out there next to the bowl and people can throw it on. But I've
great.
got it mixed in. There's layer number 7.
All right.
And you did a
I'm gonna
great
just
job,
Sprinkle
see?
this around.
Proof
I
that
can't believe
you
I
are
made
you're a
this.
quick study.
I'm telling you what.
Even
All
though
right.
your team didn't make it.
Yeah, well, neither did yours, so it's okay. We're
Okay.
still friends. It's
Yes.
good.
Let's put on-
Okay, at
and
least
now-
my quarterback didn't get hurt and sit on the bench all year. But okay,
So
anyway,
what I'm going to
so
do,
now what?
I'm going to go throw this in the oven.
Throwing in the oven?
30 minutes. You want to pull it
350?
when it's bubbly.
Okay.
And this, you know what? Obviously, it's considered wonderful warm, but my kids will go at it when it's
And
out of the
eat
refrigerator.
It. Yes.
Really good.
Now, and then Don's going to come in and he's going to
Yep.
show us this world famous guacamole.
We're going to do some guac talk.
Guac talk.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Okay.